I bring the experience of growing up in a poor family from an immigrant family and being raised by a single mother who was also disabled. We lived in East Los Angeles, California. And growing up, I remember hearing that not much was to be expected of me because I didn't have a father and because I was a girl. And in an area where the neighborhood schools see educational outcomes where as many as 1 out of 2 kids drop out of high school, the odds were really stacked against me. But despite very challenging circumstances, I was able to attend both Columbia and Harvard universities. And I have no doubt in my mind that I owe my success to a small group of highly effective teachers, like Ms. Shell Simmers, who when I was in the 6th grade was already teaching me algebra. And like Mr. Mitchell, who when I was 13 years old said to me, I'm going to send you to a prep school, and by doing so, you're going to have your pick as to which college you want to attend. I am certain that these teachers put me on a different path in life. And the problem is that my story is really the exception. I was one of the lucky ones, as I often hear people say. And in a system where we treat teachers like interchangeable parts, there are millions of kids across this country who don't get teachers that are going to give them a fair shot at a brighter future. And we all know that teachers matter. We all know that they change lives every single day. We know that they have the power to raise kids like me out of poverty. And so, based on our recent report, The Widget Effect, we asked ourselves the following question. If teachers are so important, then why don't we act like it? In The Widget Effect, we found that the underlying reason is because we treat teachers like widgets, like one teacher is just as good as another, even though all the research tells us just the opposite. In this report, we used methodology that is slightly different than what you see in another educational report. We actually assembled an advisory panel of more than 80 stakeholders across 4 different school districts, 4 different states, and we surveyed more than 12,000 teachers. We reviewed more than 40,000 educational evaluation reports, and we did this in 12 school districts. Now, the results were absolutely astounding. The results were the following. Number 1, all teachers were either rated as good or great. Less than 1% of teachers across these 12 school districts received an unsatisfactory rating, even though year after year, there were students who were not meeting even basic academic standards. Number 2, excellence is going unrecognized in our schools. When you have a system where you're rating everyone either good or great, you're failing to identify your truly outstanding teachers. In fact, we treat our outstanding teachers just like we treat our ineffective teachers. Number 3, the professional development that we currently offer is not very useful. 3 out of 4 teachers said that they weren't giving any meaningful feedback to really improve their performance. Number 4, novice teachers are ignored. Number 5, poor performance is being unaddressed right now. In half of the districts that we studied, not a single district had dismissed a tenured teacher in the last 5 years. And this is even though the majority of teachers said that there was a poor performing tenured teacher in their school right now.